What's up, Dragon Lair? How you doing tonight? Yellowstone. What's up, Vinoski? Hello, guys. Just hanging out, looking at the stream tank. How's everybody doing tonight? Hi, Linda. Welcome. So I ain't got much going on tonight. Just again, just hanging out and taking a look at the stream tank and talking to you guys in the chat and stuff. And probably won't be a long stream tonight. Just because it is almost 1 a.m. here on the East Coast. Dragon Lair, man, I'm so bummed that I couldn't go down to visit your nephew and do the collecting trip down in Alabama. I guess Mike Lucas and Phil left this morning to head down that way. You can just, yeah, I can just sit here and watch this thing too. And it's nice because like some of these, the mountain red belly dace, like some of them got some really nice colors developing, and all of the females, like this one here in the middle, with the red on her, that's a female, and you can see how big her belly is. And there's another female in the middle, and then the guy in the back there is really fired up, and that's one of the males. But you can see the more gold in his lateral stripe, and but they're looking extra fancy right now. Hey Patty, thanks for stopping by. Yeah, Podrick, I want to plan something out for later in the year. It's just with like I had a bunch of car trouble and stuff, and then all the bullshit with like somebody hacking my Google account and spending over $1,000 in 2 days before Christmas. Like it completely wiped out any funds I had and stuff. And so even if I wanted to make the trip last minute, I couldn't. I didn't have any funds to do it. Hey Debs, welcome. Thanks for joining. We're just hanging out down here and watching my stream tank. Wish I had some like nice relaxing music to play for you guys. Yeah, yeah. It definitely sucks. Like, I went to and I only found out because I went to send money to my wife for the mortgage payment so she could make the mortgage payment, and like I called to check my bank account and it was negative $365, and I'm like, that's not right. I just got paid, $800, and turned out somebody had hacked my Google account and spent over $1,000 in the Google Play Store and shit. So I called the bank and canceled my card, and they froze my account and stuff. And I'm waiting for them to do an investigation on it and everything else. But they said it could take 30 to 90 days for the investigation, and basically I don't get any of that money back uh, until they prove that it wasn't me that did it or whatever. It's a bunch of BS. But yeah, so that sucked. Put a little damper on Christmas and everything. But we made the best of it, and Christmas turned out good anyway. Nathan, hello, welcome. But it was good though, because I had made a rant post about it on my YouTube community tab, and I had a couple of the fish fan people reach out and donated a little bit of cash to me to kind of help me out and stuff. And it wasn't much, but it was definitely appreciated and definitely helped a little bit. So Scuba Stevo. Yeah, and my bank is a credit union, but because it was done through my Google account and stuff, and it was done like through my email and all that shit. I guess they said that they've got to they've got to go through the records and stuff and do an investigation to make sure that it wasn't me that actually did it, and I'm just trying to get the money back or whatever. And I'm like, well, this is kind of bullshit. Excuse the language, but yeah, it was definitely frustrating. Lady Rorschach. Yeah, Nathan. I honestly, I look at other people's tanks and I say the same thing. I think it's just part of our nature. But this is a custom built tank. I built this myself. I'll give you a full view of it if I can. So that's the. Sorry about the There we go. So that's the tank. It's uh roughly 73 gallons. It's 5 foot long, 2 foot front to back, and 14 inches tall. It has a 2-inch false bottom, so the substrate is raised 2 inches off of the bottom of the tank, and then there's a pump on this side here, and this pump pushes water through the bottom. Excuse me, through the bottom and back up the other side here, and back across, and it creates a continuous convection, so like a continuous linear flow to better simulate a stream or a river. Thank you, Lady R. Yeah, and the cool thing is like the pump, that's the circulation pump over here. It's a Jabo CP180, and at full speed, that pump is capable of pushing 9,000 gallons an hour, and it's 180 gallons a minute, or 9,000 gallons an hour is the max flow rate on that pump. And I think I have it set about halfway right now, so there's probably, I don't know, probably 7,000 gallons an hour flow rate through the tank. What size is that? That tank, let's look at it. That tank is this one right here. And this is also a custom built tank. Well, it's a rebuilt tank, I should say, I guess. It was a 50-gallon, so it's basically the same footprint as a 55, but a couple inches shorter. Like 18 inches tall instead of 22. But it had a cracked panel on the one side, and I took the whole tank apart, and I cut the remaining panels in half vertically or horizontally, and then reassembled it. So it's a 25-gallon long basically now. So it's 48 by 12 by 9. But that's probably going to be the next one that I work on setting up. And then I've got to get to work on this tank here. This is a 48-gallon column tank. It's 18 by 20 by 30. And that's going to be a blind cave tetra biotope. So I've got to get to work on this one first, and then start building the blind cave tetra biotope there. And then I've got more tanks. I've got so many tanks. This one I got to clean. I'm working on a video I'm going to do about cleaning tanks and how I go through cleaning tanks. Like, this used to be an old saltwater tank. So I'm going to show how I deal with that, and how I get rid of the old coralline algae and stuff. Then I got, don't look at that pile of laundry. And then I got a bunch of tanks here that are waiting to be set up and stuff too. All my lights are off right now, but, well, all except for that tank. It's, I love the wood sticking out. Look, but I already deal with. Yeah, surprisingly enough, most of my tanks are open top, and I don't deal with a lot of evaporation down here in the fish room. And it's surprising because My humidity is probably 35, like around 35% humidity down here in the basement. So you would think I'd get a lot of evaporation, but I really don't. So what's going on? Welcome. Thank you for sharing that. I appreciate you. I appreciate, like, I did have a couple people reach out and donate a little bit, like I was saying, but and I certainly appreciate all of the help from the fish fam and the community. But yeah, so that's that tank, the 25-gallon custom build. I got my little nice relaxing fireplace going. I like this view right here. It's cool too, like looking, well, it's better from the other side, but looking downstream or upstream. Yeah, the video that I'll be doing about cleaning the tanks, that deals with hard water stains as well as like um the calcium, the coralline algae, which is a calcium based algae and stuff, which, hard water stains are mostly calcium and other hard minerals. So it'll be all encompassing. Oh, I gotta plug my phone in. It's about to die. Don't die on me. Oh, saved in the nick of time. If I do lose you guys, I probably won't restart the stream just because it is late. Use an automotive glass cleaner. Oh, I appreciate that. That's my and that right there is my whole goal with YouTube and stuff is to inspire people to get into some of the beautiful native fish that we have. Some people might have in their own backyard and show them that these fish exist that they might just look at and see minnows or something in a creek and not realize what they are, and and express the importance of habitat conservation and preservation because of these beautiful fish that we have uh in our backyard, and the fact that some of them are endangered species and they're all just mostly overlooked for the simple fact that they're not in the aquarium trade very often. I mean, there are some like the rainbow shiners and stuff that are, pretty heavy in the aquarium trade, but like, there's not too many that you see, and that's the reason I do what I do, is to show you guys like look at these beautiful fish that could rival some of the tropical species as far as looks go. And most people just look at them and see, bait fish in a creek or something. Stephen P, what's going on? Yeah, this is gonna be a quick live stream. I'll probably just do like another 10 minutes or so because my phone's on 1%. It is plugged in, so it is charging. But it's 11 after 1 a.m. here, and I'm probably gonna try and get some sleep, even though I'll probably just end up laying in bed and looking at videos on YouTube for the next 2 hours before I actually put my phone down and fall asleep. Because that's what I do. My brain doesn't like to shut off. It's like I'll go to lay down and go to sleep, and then I'll remember something I wanted to look up 2 days ago and spend an hour looking it up. Yeah, rabbit holes are fun to fall down. So I'll tell you now, the stuff. So you 13 people in here get a sneak peek, but the stuff that I use for cleaning tanks is Barkeeper's Friend. So it's a plant-based cleaner that isn't toxic to fish. So like I wouldn't recommend it or I wouldn't do it, but theoretically you could clean your tank with your fish and stuff still in it. Like if like you see some of the hard water up here on the glass. Like if I wanted to, I could drop the water level down and I could probably clean that hard water stains off with that cleaner. And as long as I don't get a lot of it into the tank, it shouldn't affect the fish. But I wouldn't risk it just because I'm skeptical and don't want to add chemicals to my tank that are unnecessary and stuff. But it is a non-toxic plant-based cleaner, and it works wonders on hard water stains. But I do also use a razor blade or a razor scraper. It just helps everything go a lot quicker. Yeah, lady, our barkeeper's friend is awesome. And I've tried the vinegar, the white vinegar and stuff. I've tried most of the tricks out there, the hacks out there for removing hard water stains and stuff. And barkeeper's friend has been my go-to ever since the first time I tried it, because that stuff will get hard water and calcium buildup and stuff off that nothing else would even touch. Yeah, my really, I didn't consider that. I didn't consider that it might be good for the plants. Yeah, I cannot. That's one of the things I hate about using vinegar is I cannot stand the smell of vinegar. Yeah, I use the powdered stuff, Dragon Lair. Adele, hello, welcome. So yeah, it'd be like use like adding a fertilizer to the water column is what you're saying. This is what I love right here is watching these fish just like dance in the flow and they see food at the top and they'll dart up and come back to the group and it's like just effortlessly navigate the 7,000 plus gallons of flow going through the tank right now. Uh yeah, so um I had a couple people reach out and donate a little bit of cash to me and stuff. So that's helped with some stuff, but like I mean my after what I've the fish fan people have helped me out with and stuff, my account is still like negative $132, I think it was. So, but everything, everything's helped out a little bit, and we still still had a good Christmas and stuff. And I wish I could have done a little more for my kids and stuff, but they're only 2 years old and 10 months old, so everything they got is exciting to them. So that was good. My wife bought them a trampoline, and that has been my 2 year old's entire fixation for the last 2 days. Harris, hello, welcome. That that sounds like quite the undertaking there. But my 180 was a reef tank prior to me getting it, and it was full of looked just like that little 30-gallon cube tank that I was just showing. Uh, it was full of old coralline algae and stuff, and just some barkeeper's friend and a couple razor blades and like one or two of those nylon pot scrubbers took care of it. I think these guys right here, I want to see them color up in their breeding garb. Those are saffron shiners, and they are absolutely gorgeous when they're breeding. And I mean, they look amazing now too. I think they're awesome little fish, but I've only seen pictures of them in breeding color, and their entire body turns bright red, and that green gold lateral line down their side turns yellow and wraps around the front of their head. So they're and yellow fins. Their fins turn yellow, like the yellow you see on the fins of the mountain red belly dace. But yeah, I wanted to do a live stream tonight just to hang out with you guys and stuff for a little bit because I've had a live stream scheduled for the last 2 days that I kept missing because putting my older son to sleep. My wife usually puts the baby to sleep, and I put the older boy to sleep. And like the last 2 nights when I was putting him to bed, I fell asleep in the bed with him, and I think Christmas Eve I woke up at like 12:30, so it was like 2.5 hours past when I was supposed to stream, and I had to frantically put a bunch of presents together and stuff, and build a trampoline and everything else. And then last night I had it scheduled for 11 p.m. and again putting my son to sleep. I fell asleep with him and didn't wake up until 4 a.m. So I was like, shit. So I've asked a few folks in the fish fam this and want oh, excuse me. I want to hear your opinions on it. I run a hang on back and a canister filter on a 55 gallon. Should I run one for biological and the other for everything else, or just run both as normal? Um, is what's the purpose of having both of them? Like why do you have both of them in the first place? Is the canister filter not sufficient? Is the hang on back not sufficient? Is it a heavily stocked tank? Is it a planted tank? 'Cause I think my answer to that would depend on some of the answer to some of those questions. Can you guys hear me all right? Oh, loud and clear. Cool. So I'm not talking too loud, so I didn't want to be. I don't want to talk too loud, just because it is 1:30 in the morning almost, and I'm pretty sure the wife is laying on the couch right now with the baby because he woke up before I came down here, so she brought him back downstairs and was on the couch with him, and you can hear everything on the couch from the basement. So I so this thing here, this little tub here with the stones in it, is a makeshift breeding mound. Because all of these fish that we're looking at right now, these are all nest associate breeders, and basically this guy here is a bluehead creek chub. In the wild, these bluehead creek chubs will build stone mounds, and that's what they spawn on top of. And the rest of these guys, the saffron shiners and the mountain red belly dace here, they're nest associates, meaning they use the creek chub mounds to spawn in as well. And so I built this makeshift mound because I can see that some of these female mountain red bellies uh, have an engorged belly. So I'm pretty sure they're going to be uh, or should be ready to should be ready to spawn pretty soon, and hopefully they're going to do it. They've spawned for me once a few months ago, and I pulled the eggs out to put them in my hatching system, in my fry hatching system and stuff, and like I don't know what happened, but the next day all of the eggs were just gone, and it was so weird. But so hopefully they'll spawn again, and I'll be able to take care of it this time. Overstocked canister is Marillion 220, and the hang on back is Walmart, but it says 55 plus tanks. I'll probably get crap for this, but it holds cichlids. Some are going to local store, red zebra head babies. Um, so what I would do, yeah, why would you get crap for that? Exactly that's normal cichlid keeping, overstocked tank. What I would do in that case, because it's a cichlid tank, so I doubt you have plants. I would run I would run the canister filter purely as biological, um, and run the hang on back for um, for polishing. Because the biological filtration, if you're using filter pads like the filter sponges that usually come with most canister filters, that's gonna act as both biological and mechanical filtration. And then what I do for this tank we're looking at right here actually has a Sun 704B canister filter on it, and that's got four layers of filtration. And what I run is the bottom layer is three different sizes of filter sponge, and then the next one up from that is ceramic, the ceramic tubes, like the ceramic, not the balls, but the hollow tubes. It's got the ceramic media, and the second one, the third one up, is completely packed full of nylon pot scrubbers. The top layer is bio balls and filter floss. So the filter floss acts again as a both mechanical filtration, and it will provide space for biological filtration. But more importantly, it's going to polish off those fine particles and keep your water looking nice and clear. Yeah, that was my thought too, is using the hang on back as your mechanical filtration and polishing the water, because that's going to be less of a hassle to maintenance, whereas the biological filtration you're going to maintenance a lot less. Um, so you won't, being in the canister filter, you're not going to have to, deal with the hassle of pulling it out and unplugging it and unhooking the hoses and all that stuff, all that good stuff, you know. That's my thought. And I don't run any chemical filtration. Like I don't run Purigen or ChemiPure or anything. But yeah, you could add the crushed coral to the hang on back. But we're closing in on 45 minutes, and I think I'm gonna probably end it there and head upstairs and lay down and not go to sleep for another 2 hours. My ADHD brain won't let me go to sleep, but I know that I should. I'm also hungry. But yeah, let's thank all of you again. Thank you all for for coming and hanging out for a little while and uh, enjoying my live stream, my stream, live stream, DIY stream, live stream. I don't know. But yeah, we'll bring it back here. And because I'm trying to encourage spawning right now, I don't actually turn the lights off fully on this tank. I'll show you what it looks like at night. These lights are all dimmable, but I'll shut off these two on the ends. Give this one right down. That's where we're at. Which it looks a lot brighter in the video than it actually is. But yeah, I keep it just like that. Thanks. Thanks, Patrick. Yeah, I get a lot of people say the same thing. It's like this is definitely one of my all-time favorite tanks that I've built. And I put a lot of planning and effort into it, and I think it really shows. But yeah. Well, on that note, thank you everybody for coming and hanging out. And sorry I didn't want to stay longer, but like I said, I gotta get going. But yeah, have a good night. Thumbs up. Bye, everybody.